Hey, what's going on? My name is RobJr, and I'm an artist that lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is my channel, Creative Rob, and this video is on The Witcher. And if you don't know what that is a series of books. That is a Netflix series. It's called The Witcher, and The Witcher is a character in the series. His name is Geralt, and he is a mutated monster hunter who struggles to find his place in a world in which people often prove more wicked than the beast. I just read that off the internet. So it started off as a book, or a book series, and then it became the Netflix series. And I actually found out about it through the Netflix series. And after I watched the first season, I started on the books. And I'm on my third book called Season of Storms. The first one I read was The Last Wish, and then Sword of Destiny, now Season of Storms. I actually listened to Season of Storms while I worked on this. So I have 7 hours and 41 minutes left to go on that book. That's a good thing. So let's get into this. Okay, so I started off with a sketch, and how, looking at this, it looks kind of strange. So the reason it looks strange is because I have this broken down into like 6 colors. How do I do that? Well, the first thing I do is I scroll through the internet and find the best picture I can of Geralt, the Witcher. And then I save it and import it into Photoshop, and I posterize it, and I tell it how many layers I want, which separates it into colors. So I normally do 6. After that, I sketch it out onto the canvas, and I have it mapped out for me. So once I have it sketched out, most of the time I pre-mix my paint, and after I pre-mix the paint, I get my camera set up and I get to work. And the first thing I like to do is to start off with the darkest color and work my way to the lightest. And I like to start with the eyes, kind of work my way out. If you haven't seen this, the Netflix series is really good. I really enjoyed it, and I normally don't read something if I've seen the movie or series, but this was only season 1. There's going to be another season coming out, so I went ahead and decided to read the books. They're very enjoyable. I would highly recommend them. I would highly recommend watching the Netflix series also. Now I'm just filling in some of the background. It's not the easiest thing in the world to paint like this. I'm not using an easel. I just have this laying down on the glass. I laid a glass surface down on top of a plastic table top, and I have a camera rig set up pointing straight down at the canvas. But sometimes the canvas starts moving around on me. I might have to... I don't want to tape it down because because occasionally I have to flip the canvas, or I mean rotate the canvas. So now here I'm going in with second to the darkest color. You know, if you've been keeping up with this series, I keep saying I'm overcomplicating this. And so really, instead of really sticking to those 6 colors, I kind of mix them in a little bit. You know, like I always say, I'm not overly concerned with how realistic this is going to look. I want this to look painterly. I like the emotion behind that. It's just a fun way to paint for me personally. Yeah, so I used my sketch as a guideline. But, you know, I'm an artist, so I don't follow rules. It's just a guideline. I'm not real strict on this, so I paint because I love to do it. It's fun. And I want that to come across in the painting, in the brush strokes. I want there to be an energy. Because this is not, you know, like I said, this isn't how realistic can I make this. I think that's great to do for practice, you know, kind of hone your skills, but it's not the most fun thing to do in the world. I mean, it's nice when it's finished and you can kind of show it off. Hey, look what I can do. So, back to the painting. Darken up the background a little bit. Now with the spatula, I mean the palette, and I've added some white, not pure white, kind of off-white, and then I'm using a softer brush and I'm starting to blend here now. This is the fun part for me. It's kind of blending this together. Once I start doing this, really starts to take shape. Starting in the middle and going out, so I keep those highlights. Now, since this is sped up, I am cleaning my brush. You can't tell that I'm doing that, but if I'm going from a highlight and blending that out, and then move on to another spot, I'm cleaning my brush off, or else it's gonna get real muddy real quick. You're going back in and darkening it up a little bit. Mixing up some white. Now, when I pre-mixed these colors, I did use liquid impasto, and that just helps the paint dry faster, gives it a little bit of gloss, and gives it that painterly look. shows the brush strokes or palette knife strokes. So I'm kind of making those highlights stand out a little bit more, making them brighter. So I was saying, you know, I'm not too concerned with how realistic this is going to look, but I do want there to be likeness, so you can be like, yeah, I know who that is. That's Geralt, the Witcher. But like I said, I want this to have a painterly look, and when I get to a certain spot, I'm gonna get a clean palette knife and start scraping. So kind of giving it a rough look. And what's kind of interesting with this, The Witcher, is some of those scrapes that kind of remind me of the fights that he's been in, fighting the monsters and people and things like that. It kind of shows how rough his life is, you know. I need to get a new liner brush. It's getting a little worn. Good thing Hobby Lobby is open again now. I'm looking forward to going there. I don't like buying my brushes online. I like to go to the store and look at them, feel them. Now here I'm using a scraper tool, and it's just a plastic tip. Yeah, it looks like a paintbrush, but it's a plastic tip that's kind of bendable, and I'm using that to create the fine hair. This was kind of fun. So I'm just scraping away the top surface of the paint and showing the canvas. That's also the same tool I will use to sign my name. Here I'm softening it up. There I got a paper towel and some of the light. I just wiped away some of the paint to show the highlights a little bit better. There I am mixing some yellow through some liquid impasto, added some white. This is before his eyes. He has like gold eyes, white hair, gold eyes. Sometimes sometimes he's known as the White Wolf. He's called the Witcher, the White Wolf, Geralt. I think I'm saying that right. Also, I forgot to mention the guy who wrote it. I can't pronounce his name. Polish writer. Oh god, I'm not even gonna try. Andrzej Sapkowski. I even listened to this before I started recording, and I can't pronounce it. I'd be terrible at learning another language besides Spanish. Here I'm just giving a kind of a hint of blue. Now I got a clean palette knife and I am scraping. This guy, I like this because this guy's been stabbed, clawed, scraped, bitten, and I feel like this style kind of really fits the personality of the character and everything he's been through. There I'm taking the tip of the palette knife and adding some more scrapes to kind of show some of the hair. There I just signed my name with that tool I was telling you guys about. We're just really just scraping my name into it and it's showing the white of the canvas. There's another scraper tool that's actually used for pottery. There you go, there's the final product. I hope you guys enjoyed this painting. Go watch the Netflix series, read the books, The Witcher. It's a great series. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys stayed, yeah, have a wonderful day. Thanks again. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Alright, there's The Witcher. I'm out of here, guys.